welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leah and we live a very real life. If you like content that includes grocery hauls, how to save money, how to use what you have in a more frugal way, stick around. This is Savvy Saute. We just completed our second week in our grocery budget shelf cooking freezer challenge that we have been doing for the month of June and now in July. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you some of the meals that we created. I'm starting with some of that shredded cooked pork that we had in the freezer with some chimichurri sauce, some cooked rice, and then I'm also going to get some seasoned diced tomatoes. We're just gonna stick all of that into a crock pot with some cooked black beans. So the first thing I needed to do was get those cooked, and my favorite way is in the Instant Pot. So I just had one bag of regular black beans. I stick those into the pot, cover them with water, and I start the timer for about 35 to 45 minutes. Once those are done cooking, I went ahead and portioned out a good amount of them that I did not want to be using for that one single meal. So the rest I ended up putting into a jar that I was going to be able to use for another meal in the future. 1 pound of beans goes a long way, especially if you're adding rice and other things to it. So once I separated out what I did not need for that meal, that is whenever I added all the rest of my ingredients, the cooked rice, the cooked pork, the tomatoes, as well as a generous helping of taco seasoning. Using the Instant Pot is so easy. You can cook everything on high pressure and then you can use the slow cooker function, press that button on the front, and then let everything just kind of slow cook together for about another 45 minutes to an hour if you need it to. So simple. Everything was cooked except for the tomatoes, so really you're just defrosting all of the other ingredients. Once everything is heated, just top it with whatever you want for a taco night. You're good to go. Another really easy meal that we threw together was some hot dogs and pasta salad. So I used just some of the pasta I already had in my pantry, of course, as well as some vegetables we had from the garden. And then I had half a pack of hot dogs I defrosted from the freezer. So we pulled those out. I had that Italian dressing. I want to be able to use the rest of that up. It's only good for another few weeks. So we used some of that and then just top everything together. It's so easy to make that pasta salad. The hot dogs, of course, are super simple as well. You could do those on a grill, microwave. I grew up having sometimes boiled hot dogs, but I like to put them on my cast iron skillet if we're having a rainy day, which we were that day. So we just cooked those inside the house and then served it with this pasta salad. I went ahead and put together a quick, easy dessert by putting some butter into a saucepan, letting it melt, and then we added marshmallows that we had on hand, melted that together, and then stirred in some Golden Grahams. Instead of Rice Krispie treats, we had s'mores treats. You just add some chocolate chips and some extra marshmallows at the end. For breakfast one morning, I just took out one of the random bagels we had in the freezer, and Weston and I split that, so we each had half, and then I made a smoothie bowl. We had some random frozen fruit from the freezer, a cup of yogurt, and we just put all that in the blender with some milk, poured it into a bowl, and topped it with granola. We ended up with a lot of that bean and pork taco casserole left over, so one day we did it with nachos and another day we did it with tortilla and just rolled that up. So really easy, add some cheese, whatever kind of toppings you want, just like the first day, and that's it. Okay, y'all, I almost missed out on this milk deal, and I'm so glad that I just happened to go into the grocery store for something for my business, and I realized that I would have been late on the deal if I hadn't gone in that day. And life is all about balance. So I save on the groceries so I can splurge on the coffee. I stock up when it's down to like 88 cents, sometimes 70 something cents. So it's actually been quite a while since I've even paid full price for 5 of those, 88 cents a piece. And it just felt wrong to get that much milk and no cereals. So sort of. This we broke into at the grocery store. Malin got a little snack, and this was down to 99 cents. There was a limit of 5 with the coupon, but we just needed one. We didn't need it, but we got one. Then I also wanted some broccoli, and I almost bought the raw. It was on sale. And then I found the frozen So we ended up picking these up. They're just so convenient. I have plenty of room in my freezer now, so I picked up 3 of the 1-pound bags. These also had a limit of 5, but I just wanted 3. Those went down to $1 a piece. The peas is a regular price. Regular price, 12 ounces was $1 even. And then for the really fun part, I mean, the milk was really fun for me, but also produce. I love getting apples when they go on sale. This whole bag of 5 was down to 99 cents. All of these red bags you can find in one location at my store, and they are all $1. So 99 cents for these blueberries. I don't know why they were on sale already, but we're gonna stick these in the freezer and use them for oatmeal. Weston was begging for blueberries in his oatmeal the other day, so he will be very excited. And then these strawberries. I bought 4 pounds of strawberries. They still look pretty good. I know they'll be on their way out soon. So what I'm going to do is probably let us eat a few of them just right out of the container. We'll go ahead and wash them and eat them. And then the rest of them I'm going to turn into a strawberry jam. So I'm excited about that. And then I picked up these sweet potatoes. So in here, it should say on the bag, 5 sweet potatoes. They're pretty large and 99 cents. So that was quite the win for us. I needed to pick up this can gel or fruit pectin for the strawberry. So we're gonna be making some jam. I'm gonna use this. So it's $1.98 plus $2 for this. I mean, you can't beat that. It's awesome. Okay, back to the meal planning. So one morning I went ahead and just pulled out some of that turkey sausage from our freezer and bread from our bread box, just a regular loaf of bread, nothing fancy. And we did some French toast with cinnamon. And then I still had some Cool Whip in the freezer along with those berries that I picked up on clearance. So threw together a really quick French toast. I just used some milk, egg, cinnamon, and vanilla for the French toast. Another meal we threw together pretty easily was the Mississippi mud roast. So I had defrosted some chuck roast in my fridge, as well as the rest of those carrots that were pretty sad, but cooked really well. And then I used the rest of my potatoes from the potato bin. Here you can see all of those onion peels that need to be taken out, and that bin is empty now. Then I just put the roast into the Instant Pot. You use some pepperoncinis. I had 1 pack of ranch dressing mix left, half a stick of butter, and then you're supposed to use some au jus mix or brown gravy mix, which I did not have, and Worcestershire sauce ended up being perfect. So don't feel like you need to go out to the store and buy a special pack of gravy if you don't have it. You can use Worcestershire. And then because it's the Instant Pot, I also wanted to make sure I added just about a half a cup of water so it could come to pressure. I did that for about an hour and a half in the Instant Pot until it was definitely, tender enough to shred. And then in my skillet with some water, I just cooked those carrots that I peeled and sliced. I added some fresh garlic, some honey, and then butter is definitely optional, but I added it this time. Sometimes I don't use butter, totally up to you. Then I also used some salt and pepper. We still had just a few random things in the freezer that I wanted to use up for breakfast. So 1 little slider bun, some turkey sausages left, and then some of these bagel thins. We didn't end up using the rest of the bagel thins, but just 1 for me. Malin loved the sausage. And then Weston ended up having a double patty turkey bun sandwich. jam that I shared with you in my previous video turned out so delicious, definitely more sugary than I wanted, but so yummy, and Weston is in love with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So that was a no-brainer one day. We also used some of that pureed strawberry that I didn't end up needing for the entire recipe and used it in some yogurt. We just added some granola, mixed that together, and then topped it with a little bit of honey so that it wasn't quite so sour. And it was perfect. We all really enjoyed that. We're going to jump into our grocery trip that we had for the rest of the following week. I wanted to make sure I picked up some cheese while it was on sale, and we needed just a few more supplemental items. So here is that trip. The other things I picked up for the week are the 2 bunches of bananas. These were a little over 30 cents a pound. I picked up 1 clearance bag of onions. Onions were also on my list, and I paid 99 cents total. These were also on clearance. We love the pretzel buns. Burgers are on the menu for next week, so I paid $1.29 for 4. And cheese was on super sale, $3.99 for 2-pound blocks. So I picked up a Colby Jack, which we're almost out of, mozzarella we're almost out of, and we really want to be able to do some more pizza. And since it was on half price, I just went ahead and picked this up to stock up for next month. This is what we like to use on our homemade popcorn, and since we have so much oil, butter, and popcorn kernels, I went ahead and got this so we can make some easy snacks with what we already have in the pantry. And then coffee, I'm almost out of regular, so I picked up one of these at half price, the sea salt caramel, and it's the regular instead of decaf. I still have enough decaf for this coming week. For our freezer inventory in the kitchen, I've got a little bit of Cool Whip left, some butter, popsicles, and 2 more things of ice cream, and then just a few more of these chocolate protein balls that Weston loves. So we've got some good dessert up there, some frozen fruit for good for smoothies. These are those blueberries that I froze. We have a little bit of cookie dough left that I had made, so all of our fun sweet stuff there in the door. And then I have still this huge bag of frozen stir-fry veggies, and in the back 3 bags of broccoli and some peas, 2 more bags of the cauliflower rice. I still have that dark meat chicken. I was going to use it last week, but we ended up having so many leftovers, we didn't get to it. Boneless chicken breast, vegetable couscous, and seafood paella. There are 3 more salmon burgers in here, and then this is that chicken broth that I made. It was left over from when I cooked chicken for my business. I saved the broth, so that we're gonna be using this for ourselves. And then I have 1 random blueberry bagel here, and on this side I have a few more everything bagel thins. Back there in the back we have some naan bread. These are the cauliflower pizza crust. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 left. Some more naan bread. Those hot dogs for my nephew. And here is a pack of turkey deli meat. We probably won't be using any of that bread or the bagels, but we will be using one of these pizza crusts this week. We'll also be using the seafood paella. And when I make Dakota's lunch, I think I'm going to be using this because there's not very much here. I'm going to probably get 2 sandwiches out of this with barbecue sauce. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to make him like a stir fry. So his lunches for work, I'm going to be using this and this. This is going to be used for a dinner, so that'll be fun. And then we're going to be using this bag for lunch one day for us at home. And we'll be using some of those vegetables. Probably that entire bag of peas will be gone. and some of these, and some of the, probably a whole bag of broccoli will be gone. So right here in the fridge, we have some more of these tea from Trader Joe's. So there's one back there that's already cold, one Red Bull. I have some milk, and back there I have some more milk. The rest of the milk is in the freezer. Some drinks for the kids. I have a little bit of this juice left. We haven't used this yet. I was gonna use it for a party, but now we don't have a party coming up, so I don't know. We've still got a little bit of coffee cream left that's caramel, and then this one is mostly full, which is vanilla. We still have some bananas. So here's the bananas that we got, which were down to only one bunch out of the two. There's still some grapes, not very much. And then right here we have some more grapes with strawberries. So I guess I should put the rest of the grapes in there. And then down here, I went ahead and put these syrups in the fridge. Right now it's ant season, so I just want to make sure that we didn't have any ants getting to our coffee syrup that we keep on the counter. So here's the coffee syrup, some maple syrup back there. These sauces that I've shown before. We're going to be using the rest of this up here this week in a pasta salad. And that's probably it. Down here we still have some pickle hummus and olives. I'm going to be using this steak to make that stir fry for Dakota. So it's like a steak hibachi. So this will make about 4 lunches for him, and then the other chicken will be turned into another meal. So that'll be his whole work week. We have cucumbers in here we'll be using for snacks. I still have pickles. And then in the back is that leftover spinach, and I have just part of a tomato, some black beans that are cooked, and then we still have garlic, a little bit of broccoli, some edamame. And then up here, I only have 3 eggs, which we're going to be using for one breakfast this week. And then we've got the crescent rolls for lunch. So all of this will be gone this week as well. The pretzel buns we're going to be using for dinner one week, or one night. We'll be using these for dinner, so those will be gone as well. And then all this cheese I need to go ahead and put down into the bottom. There's that fruit, some chocolate spread, and then we have these condiments. We still have about half of this yogurt left, and it says it's good until August, so we're good on that. This is some new jam that I made. We're going to be using probably the rest of this up in one of our dinners, so that'll be gone. And down here, we're still good on all these sweet snacks. I'm going to be using all of this pepperoni in a dish. We're going to be using all of this mozzarella in a dish, plus some more for our pizza. And got some more cheese there, these wraps, beef sticks, some pesto cheese, Laughing Cow. So we'll be using this for spaghetti probably. And here in the kitchen we have some sweet potatoes, some tomatoes from the garden, and I definitely have more out there. Pepper from the garden, some onions, and then a cucumber we broke into, and then 2 more apples left. So we go through our produce pretty quickly. We already had a sweet potato, already had some of the apples, so this is what we are at. So in our pantry, we still have some tortilla chips and some random chips, like road trip snacks. Things are left over. We have a little bit of crackers left and the chips from my nephew, and pita chips back there, or pita crackers. Then we have popcorn kernels. We still have beef sticks, macadamia nuts, some peanuts, not very much, cashews, pistachios, chocolate almonds. We have coconut, and then some back stock fruit snacks, protein bars, and this is some more beef sticks. And then back there you can see some more fruit snacks that we have for our back stock. Here we have more fruit snacks, dried fruit. We have just a little bit left of this dried fruit, a little bit of granola left, and then some more chocolate. And then here we have dried fruit, some rice cakes we got into, and chocolate for my nephew. We still have some oatmeal. We do have a whole nother box, like a huge box in our overstock, back stock, whatever. Weston's gonna be so excited. He thought those were gone. And then some graham crackers and ice cream cones. A little bit of chocolate cereal left. This is all the granola bars we have left. And a few more of those peanut butter and jelly sticks. Then down here we have some goldfish crackers, some cheese popper vegetable puff things, cheese wisps, empty. We have some crackers, Bombas, that's empty. We have rice cakes, and then a lot of these things are empty. Empty. Then some more cheese wisp type of things and rice cakes. And here we have all of our vitamins and daily medicines. I have a little bit of maple syrup, not very much left here, and then I have a huge one from Costco in our back stock. White cheddar seasoning for popcorn, honey, about a third of our regular peanut butter left, and our peanut butter powder back there. Then up here I have cooking oil, frying oil. There's tuna and canned chicken in the back. Up here I have 1 can of tomato sauce, and then I still have about 6, maybe 5 left in my back stock. There's tuna and clams, kosher salt, diced tomatoes, chili ready diced tomatoes. I have coconut cream, garbanzo beans, cream corn, and then in the middle is a cream of mushroom, which we're going to be using in a recipe. That tomato soup, we're using this in a recipe this week, as well as some of that tuna will be used in a recipe. And then back there I have a can of fish, so pretty good there. And then over here is just some baking stuff. We have flours, crackers for breadcrumbs. I make my own. That Jello kit we're going to use, breadcrumbs and flours. I have pancake mix, and then here is some quinoa and brown rice. This is the kind of quinoa you have to boil yourself. We're going to use that tuna helper in our recipe this week. We have beans, pasta, there's some spaghetti, so we'll be using that. Actually, we have a little bit left there, so I'll probably use all of that, and then I'll break into that for another meal. Then we have cornmeal, all-purpose flour, brown sugar. We have 1 box of brownie mix up there, a cake mix, some pudding mix, and then just different kinds of sugar and stuff. My last cabinet, I didn't organize this first. There's a bunch of seasonings in here. So here I have some decaf coffee, vinegar, and then up here is some more seasonings and spices. So that's that cabinet. And here beside the fridge is where I keep the rest of the tomato sauce. It's just our back stock. Here I have 2 boxes of juice pouches and then some flavored water pouches. So this is what it looks like. This one is a watermelon, the other one is a tropical, but there's 0 sugar or sweeteners of any kind, no colors, and then it has electrolytes in there. It's just little juice boxes, but not juice, so they're really fun. So we're saving these for school. And then this is our back stock, like the official back stock that we have. So up here I have all of the jam that I made that is already canned and safe. I have barbecue sauce. This, sometimes I use it for my business, sometimes it's for home. And then I have some rice noodles, some more cake, ice cream cake cups. And then back here is some pasta. We have, I think, 3 bags of pasta left. There's 2 penne, and then this 1 carachetti, I don't know how to pronounce that. And then we have some beans. We're doing pretty good in the pantry with black beans. I still have one entire bag up there. Plus I have half a jar that I made in the fridge. So we're good on that. I have peaches. I have ink pens. So not where they go. Some powdered sugar and some more juicy waters. These are just flavored water. Some low sugar sweets and some more chocolate ice cream. Not ice cream. What is this? And then some more chocolate cereal. Then down here I have some gluten-free things for my nephew. We love Larabars too, but I just want to make sure we always have them just in case he's here. He can eat them. We have some more rice cakes, some more pasta. This is stuff for my business usually. Some more dressing, and then this would be good on that'd be good on burgers. So I might use that. And then here's an entire box of oatmeal and some pickles. So Saturday we are doing pancakes with bacon. I'm gonna do some plain ones, and then Dakota and I like pecans in ours. Then do some kind of pasta salad with cheese, either on the side or cubed up inside for lunch. And then for snack, we can do some cucumbers and our dill pickle hummus if we want something. And then for dinner, we're gonna just do some kind of takeout. And then Sunday, we're gonna do easy oatmeal with frozen blueberries for breakfast. Lunch, I'm going to make some spaghetti that I didn't get to making last week. So I have some homemade meat sauce that I already put in the freezer. It's already cooked. I just need to add that to some pasta and then use some buns that I have for some homemade garlic bread. We'll do, usually on Sunday, we like to go out to Starbucks and get some kind of coffee. And then for dinner, we'll do some leftovers or snacks, charcuterie, just kind of pull together some random stuff. We don't usually want a whole dinner on Sunday night, so. Monday, I actually circled Monday and Thursday because they're probably going to get switched. What ends up happening with this meal plan is it's just kind of tentative, and then I just go through and highlight once we eat it. So the day doesn't really matter so much, but anyway. So another day we'll have granola with banana and milk like cereal. Another, for lunch, we'll do pigs in a blanket with broccoli. And I have hot dogs in the freezer and then crescent rolls. So we'll just do pigs in a blanket. Cucumbers with hummus again for a snack, and then I have tuna helper in the pantry, so we'll do some tuna casserole with some frozen peas. Tuesday I wrote down yogurt parfaits for breakfast. I have a seafood paella dish in the freezer that we can just pull out. It's a freezer bag meal from Trader Joe's, so we'll use that. Then for a snack, we'll do some cheese and crackers. And then dinner, I love apricot, almond, chicken. I have some chicken breast in the freezer. We'll do that. And then some quinoa and vegetables from the freezer. Wednesday, oatmeal with blueberries for breakfast. And then lunch, I wrote down black bean sweet potatoes. So you just bake a sweet potato and then cut it open and put some cooked black beans in there. You can season them up with whatever you want. Top it with cheese if you want, sour cream, leave it plain, whatever. For a snack, we are going to do at some point this week a Jell-O kit. I found this Jell-O kit. It comes with these like fish and shark molds or cutouts or something. So we'll do that together with the kids. And then for dinner, cauliflower crust pizza with broccoli from the freezer. I have some pepperoni in the drawer of the fridge. We've got mozzarella, so we'll be all set for that. And then for another breakfast, we'll do pancake tacos. So I'm just gonna make some pancakes, fold it with, So I'm just gonna do some pancake tacos. We'll fold some pancakes that I make and then put some scrambled eggs in there with some sausage. So that'll be a really fun breakfast. We'll do taco bean salad kind of thing for lunch. So with more of those cooked black beans I have, just season them up with some taco seasoning and then put it onto some spinach. And for the spinach, I didn't buy the spinach, but I want to use it up. We had it for my business and didn't need all of it for lunches last week. So now it's the family's turn to eat it. So we're going to use that up in a taco salad. Then, which because it's leftover spinach, that's why technically we're probably going to eat it Monday. But anyway, going to use some of that spinach and make a taco salad. Then for a snack, I wrote down peanut butter rice cake, so we'll get a little bit extra protein there. And then for dinner, we'll do a shaved beef stroganoff with peas. So I'm gonna be showing these recipes, different things that I'm doing. I'll show you how I'm doing it later on in another video, but this is a shaved beef I have in the freezer that I'm going to add to some egg noodles or whatever kind of noodles if I have to supplement. I don't know if I have enough egg noodles, but that's typically what I use. And it's a cream sauce like cream of mushroom and sour cream. So I'll show that. Another breakfast we'll do is breakfast cookies. So it's kind of like oatmeal cookies, but a little healthier. So I'm gonna try that out for the first time. We'll do hot dogs with broccoli. I have buns for the hot dogs, and we'll just finish off that pack that I was talking about using from the freezer. Then for a snack, we'll do a smoothie or a parfait. I wanna make sure we get some more fruit that day. And then dinner. And then for dinner, we'll do a barbecue burger on pretzel bun. So for the sauce, we don't have any mayo, but we'll use barbecue sauce, which is really good. And then put it on a pretzel bun and do some sweet potato fries on the side. So that is our meal plan for this coming week. Thank you so much for joining me again for today's video. I really hope that this is inspiring you to see how we're doing with our shelf cooking challenge. And we're definitely saving a lot of money. So let me know how you're doing. I also look forward to seeing you in the next video. So until then, I'll see you in the comments.